So what do we mean by actually a proper way to invest? So of course, again, all this are not from me. All these are from textbooks, which I will illustrate a little later. So if when we actually want to talk about proper investment, just like all things in life, you have to begin with the end in mind. Why do you actually want to invest in the first place? And cannot be just more money, more money, more money. Yeah. So maybe I just use my example. It's easier for you all to, sort of picture it. So we should ask ourselves, why are we investing in the first place? And generally speaking, there are these three main reasons. Okay, number one, for protection purposes. Okay, number two, for wealth accumulation purposes. And number three, for passive income. So these are the three reasons why we are investing. And knowing these reasons are not good enough, we should actually quantify them. Quantify them so that if that really happens, like for example, you really need a protection, you know that you have enough. Okay, so in terms of wealth accumulation, you should know how much you actually need. And of course, passive income, how much you actually want, so that you can be very focused in achieving them. Okay, so like I said, let me just share with you my story. So when I actually plan for my own investment, this is what I do. Number one, I actually really note down what are my needs. Okay, what are my needs? Okay, I think someone keep unmuting yourself. So maybe I just trouble you. Be careful with the unmute button, please. Thank you. Okay, so what are my needs? So I really list down, like for example, this is by the way, me and my wife's. So we actually sat down one day and we actually note down, okay, what are my food, transport, utilities, what are our basic expenses. So basically for me and my wife to survive based on current cost is about 3,001, 3,002, as you can see here. Okay, so of course we cannot just survive based on basic. We also need some luxury items. Also per month, probably another $800 per month average out. Okay, for luxury, for fine dining, traveling, donation, so on and so forth. So basically for me and my wife to survive, okay, we need about $4,000 per month today. Okay, $4,000 per month today. And 20 years later, okay, so usually we actually invest for future. So we actually have to plan for future. 20 years later, at an inflation rate of 3%, so the same basket of goods will actually cost us about $7,000. $7,000. Oh, so now, do me a favor. Help me do a little bit of calculation here. So let's say, for example, my portfolio can generate a 6% return. My portfolio can generate a 6% return. So what is the retirement fund required so that 6% of this fund will give me about 7,000 per month or 84,000 per year? Can I just trouble someone punch in the calculator and share the answer on the chat, please? So let's say, for example, my portfolio can generate 6% return. Okay, what is the size of the retirement fund be so that 6% of this fund is equal to 84,000? Okay, or either at 7,000 per month. Okay, thank you so much. Correct, yeah. So answer is about 1.4 million. Okay, 1.4 million. So this is what I mean by begin with the end in mind. So to me, why do I invest? Okay, in terms of wealth accumulation, I need 1.4 million. This is my objective. Okay, why do I need 1.4 million? Because with 1.4 million, I can generate a passive income of 7,000 per month. Why do I need 7,000? Because with $7,000, I can actually cover the expense, not just for now, okay, it's actually even for the future. Okay, and of course, in terms of protection, okay, there I roughly know. Okay, so protection. So currently I need about 4,000. So usually you probably want to be well covered for at least 2 years. Okay, you have like sort of like, okay, maybe 2 years is a bit, okay, so this is personal. So at least 6 months of emergency fund. So in terms of protection, you should know that you have at least 4,000 times 6 months, minimum 6 months. Okay, so mine is actually a little bit a bit high. I mean 6 months, so you actually roughly know how much you actually need for your protection. Okay, so this is my point here. So for all investment, we should set our objective, be very clear first. Why are we investing? In my case, I need 24,000 to be protected emergency fund. I need to accumulate 1.4 million. And this 1.4 million, I need to use it to generate passive income of 7,000. And this is the reason why I am investing. Okay. Then we actually talked about how do we actually achieve this. And this is very, very important for investment, which we really hope that more people can do this, rather than just lost in the world of, okay, more money, which investment actually give me more money in the end, taking up unnecessary risks. Okay. So my investment objective, very clear, 1.4 million investment asset, of course, a fully paid property. So with that, I actually achieve a state of what I call financially free, whereby my passive income can cover my expense. Then I can technically live as long as I need to. Okay, so of course, the next question here is this: how do we actually achieve this objective? So this is where I start planning my investment systems. So in fact, to me, this is what investing is about. Okay, it's a process for your money to work harder for you and eventually help you to achieve your objective. Okay, that is what investing is about. So I always like to use the analogy of exercise. So to me, I exercise to keep fit. Okay, frankly, I'm not really a very sports person. I exercise to keep fit. So what's my objective? I want to keep fit. Okay, then how do I keep fit? I actually exercises. I actually chose swimming. I swim twice per week. Okay, I chose cycling. I cycle once per week in the weekends. Okay, I actually do that to actually keep fit. So investment is the same. Investment is the same. When you actually have your investment, you have to ask yourself, eventually, what does this thing help you to achieve? Okay, so again, this is something, okay, you don't mind me actually keep repeating, because I realize when I ask a lot of people, why you actually chose this investment? Make money, lor. Make how much? The more the merrier. Then, of course, in the end, your greed will take over. And as you all know, then get into trouble. Okay, so that shouldn't be the way. So in fact, this is what investment is. If you ask me what's investment, really having investment systems, which eventually help you to meet your investment objective, which in my case is actually 1.4 million. So I have actually different investment systems because each system has their pros and cons. But one thing is very clear, they are there, okay, to actually meet, okay, a certain of my investment objective. Like for example, insurance products, I have buy policy, endowment, annuity. So they are obviously for protection purposes. And eventually, they can help me to generate passive income. Share investing is for me to do wealth accumulation, passive income. Okay, property, wealth accumulation. CPF, same thing, wealth accumulation, passive income. REITs, wealth accumulation, passive income. Okay, unit trust, okay, I actually use it more for protection, and obviously it can actually use for wealth accumulation. So this is the reason why I have this array of investment systems. Okay, and each of them, they have very specific objective to help me achieve. And if you ask me, this should be what investing is about. Have an objective, choose the systems, design the systems that can help you to meet the objective, and of course, eventually work the system and slowly work towards meeting your objective. This is investing. Okay, this is investing. It's not just about more money, more money, more money. Okay, so I just want to share some of my current situation right now, okay, in terms of meeting the objective. Like for example, in terms of protection, so this is where I predominantly use insurance product. Okay, so in fact, this is where I keep my emergency fund. Okay, your life insurance, your endowment, your annuity. I'm not sure you are aware. So in fact, there's actually a cash value. Okay, there's actually a cash value which you could withdraw anytime, and it doesn't affect the insurance coverage. Okay, not the surrender. Okay, so it's called cash value, not the surrender value. Cash value. So some insurance product, there's actually this cash value. Okay, so this is how I actually keep my emergency fund, which luckily last year give me some comfort, which luckily I don't have to take. So last year, of course, because of COVID, me as a trainer, all my live event was cut. So I was shocked for a while. I thought, oh dear. Okay, luckily, of course, because of Zoom. Okay, but then, one thing that gave me comfort was this: I actually have my emergency fund stocked there. Okay, and no one, Darren. So these are in fact, they are paying me. Okay, so this is part of, like, for example, if you buy a life insurance, you buy annuity, you buy endowment, it's actually part of it. Okay, but what a lot of people didn't know, that there's a cash value. You can actually withdraw the cash without affecting the insurance element. So that's what I actually use to get protected. Like, for example, as I mentioned, okay, I probably need at least 24,000, okay, to actually give me my protection. But thank God I got a little bit more. Okay, so that's how I keep my emergency fund. Okay, wealth accumulation. So of course, my main one is actually using stocks to accumulate wealth. So probably someone may be a little bit more confused is how do you actually use property to do wealth accumulation? So down here, maybe I just do an example. Okay, so let's say, for example, this couple, Mr. and Mrs. Tan, they have a combined income of 12,000, and they now own a 4-room HDB flat, let's say in Bukit Merah, worth 600,000. So if let's say this couple is actually in this shoe, they potentially can actually use property as a wealth accumulation tool. How can they do that? So this is what they can do. They can actually upgrade. Okay, sell their HDB. Okay, with that, they release cash of $12,000, and with the 12,000, go and deposit and buy, let's say, 1.2 million condo, for example. Okay. Then, of course, they take up a $900,000 loan, and of course, the loan, they have a monthly payment of 4,000. Okay. Then you all may be wondering, upgrade lah. What does it go to do with wealth accumulation? Okay, so this is the answer. So let's say after 25 years, assuming, okay, everything increased by 3%, okay, the HDB will actually become 1.2 million. So let's say 600,000 increased by 3%, become 1.2 million. And the condo, because of bigger base, the 1.2 million will actually become 2.5 million. Okay, and all they have to do is to downgrade back to HDB. They can actually release a $1.3 million. So isn't that another way to accumulate wealth? Okay, so of course, I know that people will think of the risk. What if the prices don't increase? What if interest rate increase, so on and so forth? Okay, I'm not saying this is the best. Okay, this is the best option. Okay, what I'm saying is this is also another wealth accumulation option. Okay, stocks also have its own risk. REITs also have its own risk. That one we don't deny. Okay, what I'm just saying here is this: property is also another way to do wealth accumulation. Okay, whether is it suitable for you or not? So that is where you have to consider but this is one way. So my point here is this: this is actually what investing is about. A lot of people always think investing must be buy into something sell something. No, sometimes a simple upgrade. Okay, eventually, of course, let's say, for example, you go and downgrade back. Then see you got 1.3 million money at the end. So assuming, like, for example, my case, so this is why I actually use this strategy. Okay, I wanted 1.4. So in fact, let's say if I were to do this, and of course, assuming that everything goes well, okay, I just do this, I meet my objective here. I downgrade back 1.3 million, so it's very close to my 1.4 million, 1.4 million objective already. Okay, so this is what investing is about. Hopefully, I want to change your mindset here, lah. It's never about just buy low, sell high, must we buy something. Sometimes it's just close to our heart. Just something that we probably have been doing, and all you have to do is understand better, tweak them a bit, and it's, you can really achieve your objective so much easier. Okay, next, passive income. So of course, eventually, I myself actually wanted to generate a passive income of $7,000. So now I have been slowly converting them into passive income. That's why I actually slowly switching a lot of my investment to REITs. Okay, this is my dividend statement. Okay, so every year I actually get my dividend statement. And of course, this year in May, I have a dividend seasons. Okay, so these are some of dividends for my stocks. And of course, recently also in August, September, so I'm actually getting to dividends. So I already start building my dividend system now. Okay, I already start this passive income engine. Of course, it's not $7,000 yet, but at least it actually get started. And eventually, I will also get passive income from where? From my annuities. I also get passive income from my CPF. Okay, and of course, I'm actually getting closer to my 7,000 per month passive income as we actually go along. So I have been like I said, as a system, I've been keep adding my investment on a regular basis, invest in them on a regular basis. Then obviously the dividend get more and more. And of course, my insurance every time now add in, and of course, slowly and surely, I'm actually getting closer to my 7,000 of passive income. So my point here is this: you must again have a very clear objective. I'm quite sure financial freedom is actually something that what we want to achieve. So you cannot wait for the day whereby, oh, okay, I just want to have 1 million, 2 million. Then after that, whoa, what happened? Okay. Then after that, I expect that 1 million, 2 million to automatically become passive income for you. No. And the worst is you slowly withdraw from the 1, 2 million, slowly withdraw from your pool of funds. No, that will be too risky. So what you should do also is slowly buy into instruments that can give you passive income like dividends, okay, like annuities, so on and so forth. Okay. And yes, to answer the question, how come my unit trust ETF I use as protection? So of course, you can actually use as a wealth accumulation tool. I use it as protection. Why? Because I realized that easily all my investment, in fact, 90% of investment are actually in Singapore. What if one day Singapore don't do well? Okay, especially those who have properties in Singapore, easily 80-90% of your money is actually in Singapore. Okay. So if you can afford, it actually makes sense for you to diversify. And this is why I actually go into unit trust, is to really help me diversify. So basically my unit trust, my funds, is to invest out of Singapore. Okay, like I have a unit trust here, First State Regional China Fund, which actually showed its power last year. So last year, if you can recall, during March, April period, the stock market actually plummeted. So of course, my stock portfolio actually reduced quite drastically, as you can see here. Okay, this is March, April 2020. But actually, my fund, can you see? So look at this period. By May, or in fact by June. Okay, so this is pre-COVID level. Okay, Jan 20. By June, they already went back up, recover already. Can you see? Whereas my Singapore stock market, by June, is actually still, almost like 60% down from the peak, as you can see here. Okay, so can you see? So if let's say, for example, at that point in time, I need to sell something, I don't have to sell a loss lah. I actually have something that is actually still in gain position. So in fact, at the point in time, my gain was 7% per annum. So this is the reason why I actually use unit trust for diversification purposes. So in the event that, let's say, certain market like Singapore market is not doing well, okay, I probably still can withdraw cash from some other places that are likely to do better or in fact still doing well. So that's why, to me, my unit trust is actually a protection purposes. Okay, so this is how I design my portfolio. My portfolio has 6 investment systems. So they help me to achieve objective ranging from protection, wealth accumulation, and passive income. And eventually, okay, all this, as we trottle along, as I progress in life, okay, there's a one point in time which, if I'm not wrong, just give me another maybe 10 years later, I will hit my objective of 1.4 million, giving me $7,000 for passive income. Then I am financially free lah.